Welcome to Image Hut. Usually we discuss about visuals in Image Hut, but we had the opportunity to meet an iconic fellow of science communication at Guwahati, and he is none other than the father of community radio, Dr. Sreedhar Sir. Sir, welcome to Gauhati, and your guidance to Northeast to popularize community radio is a lesson for everyone. So now, going back to that particular period of 2000 when that journey has been started and you are the initiator, kindly connect us to that history.
Thank you for getting me an interview in Image. And my name is Sreedhar R Sreedhar. And I was a scientist, did my research in organic chemistry, and I have a PhD. Somehow I was attracted to science communicators. Scientists are normally not communicators. They do a lot of research, but they cannot explain to you in simple terms, like doctors. They cannot explain to you in simple terms what is the thing. So I was attracted to science communication about 40 years back, 1972. Then I had ventured into making science simpler, and All India Radio was the main broadcaster at that time. TV was just emerging. So TV came in big way only in 1982. So I was hired by All India Radio as a science reporter. So I developed an interest in audio medium. You are just told that this channel is for visual.
Yeah.
Science is visual. Science you should see yourself. Science you should see and feel. That is science. But how to convey science in audio is our challenge. Even now today is a challenge. So that challenge we took it. Then I was doing a lot of All India Radio programs. Even though it was a government medium, I had a lot of freedom at that time because it's science, because nobody knows what is science. So I experimented in Science Sammelan. This is now we are attending a community radio Sammelan. This was also started by me. We had science sammelans, the same concept of like a community radio, where scientists come and talk to the people, and then science film shows will be there, science folk songs will be there, science light music will be there, science fiction will be there. So slowly I have got interested in audio medium, drama, radio music, etc. And then I was identified as a science broadcaster. I shifted to education broadcaster. From education, from national level to I went to local level. And then community radio is the grassroots level. And then I'm also into podcasting, which is the world, the global level. So I've been working on radio, audio, from grassroots level to the global level.
So, sir, from the studios to the ground, connecting people, how do you feel or what is the instigation that has actually given you the mileage to start community radio?
See, when I started my life in All India Radio, people said, Arya, why are you joining radio? TV is the future. And you have joined a radio? So they were looking at me as very strange. So I said, let me give you a challenge. And then we need listeners. When we started All India Radio, Hindustani music or classical music had a lot of listenership. Then we had a lot of religious people talking, we had a good listenership. Then listenership was coming down. Previously we used to listen to 1 hour lecture. Now we can't even have 30 seconds. So that's the way in which we have got a challenge. So that is how I moved on. And then I know who is my listener. See, there was a day radio was called mass communication. Today there is no mass communication. You have got 1,000 TV channels. So So once upon a time, I think Ramayana is being repeated in TV now. There was 99% TRP was there. The entire India, from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, they will be sitting before the TV. Entire India. 99% of the people were watching one serial. Today, if you get a TRP of 3.5, it is the best program in the country. So therefore, that's our. So I wanted to know who is my listener. So went to the grassroots. Are you listening? Is it good for you? Is it simple for you? Do you want this? If you don't want this subject, I don't want to talk about atomic energy to a person who doesn't have electricity. So I will go to him, what do you want? You want to talk about solar energy? I'll talk to you.
And likewise, they are getting connected to the government schemes which are
Government
coming for their
schemes.
benefit.
It's not only government scheme, whatever NGOs are doing, it's easy. It's know who is my listener, who wants this help, so we will go and help them. It is now person to person. It is narrow casting. It is no more broadcasting.
And how it was established in India? Your first attempt with Anna University.
See, they given a story in yesterday's meeting also. Actually, we were interested in local radio and national radio, regional radio, local radio. It started like even in Assam, there are small stations. Meghalaya, Mithura, these are the places like we had a small radio stations. But All India Radio being a government organization, posting in law was a punishment cadre if you put a local radio. So there was nobody to come and take. You see, if you are putting in Gauhati and you are putting in some Meghalaya, Itanagar, you will come back in the weekend to your house. So it failed. Local radio concept failed in All India Radio. Then when the government wanted to privatize radio, it was, I can give the credit to Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, who said when we privatize it, one frequency should be given to social sector. But at that time, India was not ready for social sector. We had a Kargil war, we had problems with parliament attack and all. So it was given to education. So monopoly All India Radio, commercial reform, and then you have got an educational reform. But educational reform was also very costly. So people said, why government money should be used for all these things? So when we have started privatizing, let the media be, entertainment can be given by media, education can be given by media. Only news will not be given by media. So slowly when I was connected with that education radio, then the UNESCO was giving pressure on all over the world to have start a community radio movement. It was in Sri Lanka, there was a community radio. It was in South Africa, a community radio. And West Indies, there was a community radio. So we went for it. So we started with educational institution. I was in Anna University. So I was associated with that law making also, guidelines making. So I tried my best to start a radio station without any money, without any staff. The students were managing it, the staff was managing it, and we had already had a video studio like this. So we used the audio. This is how the first radio station started without any money being put in it.
In which year?
2004. Today is 20 years complete, 21 years we are there.
And how do you see the spectrum of community radio in India nowadays?
See, we wanted to have 4,000 radio stations in 2004. Till today we are not even reached 500. In spite of giving licenses free of cost. So people have still not understood the concept of community radio. But sooner or later, we are going to become digital. In another 2-3 years, we will become a digital radio, like a TV went digital with set-top boxes. It is also going to become digital. So digital radio is equal to visual radio. Community radio will become a half TV, half radio. Then only there is a future for community radio. Then the television channels, of course, YouTube has taken over television channels. Television channels have lost the TRP. Now, YouTube also, if you are just recording it and putting it, I have to see it on the screen. I can't do any other work. If I am driving, I cannot watch. So if I have a digital radio, visual radio, only pictures, only captions, news headlines, scorecard, then it will have more effect than watching a long time in a TV, YouTube in a small screen like cell phones. Therefore, community radio will have a future only when it becomes digital and when it becomes visual.
And how do you see the aspect in Northeast and its growth?
Northeast actually is more relevant to Northeast. With so many tribes, so many dialects, it's not possible for one channel to manage everything. The community has to manage their media. No businessman is going to come. No government is not going to create a radio stations or TV stations in each language, each dialect may. So therefore, community media is the real answer for real communication between the people and between the communities in Northeast. So Northeast it is more valuable, more useful, and Northeast should utilize the opportunity.
And what is your wish to see Northeast in coming years? With
Really, when
community
we
radio?
started our radio station in Criteria and University, at that time itself, in 2008 and 9, we decided to have 100 stations in Northeast. Today we are not even having 10 in Northeast. So I think people like you should get interested in it, and then within 1 year we should see at least 20 to 25 stations in Northeast. That's my wish.
And here in this particular workshop on awareness on community radio, which has been initiated by Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and a lot of people have come from different states with an idea to explore the field of community radio. So what is your take on them?
This workshop itself was first time we organized it in 2007 in Lucknow. It has already crossed 100 in numbers. People come there, attend the workshop, talk questions, then go back and they don't attend. They are thinking that they have to put a lot of money in it. There is no need for money. If you have a small phone, what is that, iPhone or Samsung Galaxy or any good phone with a good internet connection, and then you can do the editing on the phone. You can record it like what you are doing it for YouTube. You can run the radio station with one phone, smartphone. So that should go into their mind. I don't need an acoustic studio. I don't need to buy this equipment. I don't need to have a mixer. Why everything? Just have a phone and then give it to all the people. You take 1 hour, you take 1 hour, you take half an hour. Give the slots to everybody. Just manage it, and then it has a good future. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So here we are, the father of community radio, Sreedhar Sir is here, and he has guided us and told about the history of community radio, which actually his brainchild and been initiated across India. We are thankful that we are able to meet him here, and our best wishes to him.
Thank you very much for interviewing me in IVH.